We can do as many Zoom calls as we want, or iChats and emails, but real partnerships and collaborations that should be sealed in person. That's when things happen. What are your thoughts about that, Vera?
Yes, well, I agree that internet technologies and all what they offer is just amazing, because it helps people to identify on internet communities who have the same interest and develop, yes, projects, etc. However, it cannot happen if you don't meet in person, if you don't have this human, I would say, touch. And after all, human beings are social animals, so it's really key. All this networking and deep relations you can only build by having meetings, and this is why this opportunity and this organization, which Sir Antonio Ritossa has put in place, because it enables the communities to build up and to develop into partnerships. So I totally agree.
Tell us a little bit more about your organization and how do you help family offices?
Yeah, thank you. So Circle 7 was created 7 years ago. So I created this with my partner, José Jobson Arruda do Nascimento. He's from Brazil, Sao Paulo, and I am from Geneva, Switzerland. The aim of Circle 7 is to create a kind of alliance of families and family offices. We call us a family of affinity, and we are very proud of that. The objective is precisely to build a community to help and assist the new generation to face these new challenges and changes, and so to do in today's world to address all the big issues. So I think it fits perfectly well, and we were very happy to meet with you, because since we have created Circle 7, our community has also grown. Thanks to you, we have members of really different parts of the world, different countries, and what is important is that it's a global community, but every family has its own roots and ties, and they are very present and active also in the local communities, and I think that is also something very important we have seen with this crisis. So it's important the technology help us to act globally, to build a common network, but on the other side we have to be very present also locally and individually, and it shows that Circle 7 is just a group of families and family offices, but that families can have a huge impact on their communities and develop very important leaderships.
Now, what advice do you give them, especially during times in which we're going through right now?
Well, I think that this crisis is an accelerator of more fundamental changes which are happening. So we are definitely going into a deep transition period. It's not only about economics, it's economics, politics, it's social values, families, everything is shifting. So my advice is really to be aware and to face that and to see that it's an accelerator, but things have to change. And I think what is very important and also is to be present, to be connected with your family members, and also with the wider community. So this connection is really, really important to feel what is going on, because adaptability is really key in today's world. So that's a very, I would say, simple advice, but I think that there is so much going on at the moment, and that these changes are going to accelerate in the future. So yeah, so that would be my recommendation, and that's why I'm here today, to stay connected with people I really enjoy being with.
And any predictions on the forthcoming future, and sort of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is one thing which is certain, is that we are in a very uncertain period of time from an economic point of view, and I would say that on one hand you have obviously the central banks have injected a lot of liquidity, so the financial markets, they are very positive. On the other side, you have the real economy, which is suffering. You have the unemployment, and so it's really serious. So we have to be very really careful. Obviously, in every crisis, there are opportunities, so there will be opportunities on a case-to-case basis, and there are going to be sectors. But globally, I think that there are now more dislocation in going in the economy and in the politics, more inequalities. So these issues have to be addressed. From an economic point of view, we have also the trade war. I've heard recently that in Texas, some diplomatic organizations have been closed, Chinese embassies have been closed. So you have this now big blocks between US, China, Europe may emerge. You have the Arabic countries. So yes, you have these big blocks which are emerging. And on the other side, you have also these fundamental changes which are arriving with the AEE, is with the new technology, AI, artificial intelligence, and there is also, let's say, a race who is going to dominate with this technology. So the risk is that there are going to be much more inequalities as well. So the question you raised is, okay, internet, is it helping to connect? It's wonderful. It's a super tool, but on the other side, it might create also a lot of inequality. So I think we are here also to address also these issues and to do something globally. And that is also a reason why Circle 7 was created, is how jointly we can address all these problems, because the pandemic has also shown that today the problems are global and we have to collaborate and to be together to solve these big issues. The financial wealth, it's the materialization of different other sources of wealth, which is the intellectual capacities, the social network, the resources, etc. So what is important is somehow to not only to redistribute the financial wealth, but to act at another level. And this is also the role model of these family businesses, and so often our family office, they are playing in their own area, is to help people to develop their human capital. And I think this is the focus of this new area which we are moving in. I think there is a new renaissance somehow where people they ask why are they there, what is the purpose, and they ask much more fundamental questions. So the financial capital, it's very important, of course, but it's not just the purpose. So it has to go with some other forms of actions, and we have to recognize the human capital and the social and all these different aspects. I call it the authentic wealth.